are looking at Maru Banaticla of the University of Santo Tomas Tigresses, who is the current leading scorer in the UAAP Women's Volleyball Tournament, having tallied a total of 104 points. But this afternoon, standing in her way and the rest of her teammates are the De La Salle University Lady Spikers, the champions of the UAAP tournament, who are going to be led, of course, by Abigail Maraño, who is trailing Maru Banaticla in terms of the number of points tallied with 97 points. This is our exclusive ABS-CBN sports coverage of the UAAP Season 74 Women's Volleyball Tournament as the UST Tigresses take on the De La Salle University Lady Spikers in a rematch of last year's final series. Maraming salamat po sa lahat ng mga nanonood ngayon sa Studio 23. We are live from the arena in San Juan City. I'm Anton Rojas. Joining me is Doc Ian Laurel.
Hi, good afternoon, Anton, and to all of our fans watching. And it's so loud here in the arena. And of course, there's a good reason for that. We've got the two finalists of last year's season going at it. And again, makita natin yung formal pleasantries that just happened a while ago. But I think that will be the last time that these two teams will be smiling at each other for today.
Well, this is not only an exciting ball game because of the crowd, because these two teams faced off in the finals. This is a battle, Doc Ian, between two teams that are on fire.
That's
UST is on a winning streak, having won their last 4 games, while La Salle has not lost since that forfeit loss against UE in the first round last year.
That's
so
true.
If you count the number of wins of La Salle from that point, they are on a 17-game win streak.
Wow.
As we take a look at the team standings.
All right, currently De La Salle, as you all know, is still unbeaten, 6-0 for this season. Of course, all the rest, they had their luck, they had their chance to give La Salle that first loss, but the only team remaining and the only team that has that chance is University of Santo Tomas with a 4-2 record. They're tied with Adamson over at the 3rd spot. And like what we said, UST would want to have that distinction of being the team, the only team for that matter, to give De La Salle their loss, probably that first loss that all the other teams have been waiting for. But De La Salle, you're right, they have the longest winning streak so far here in the UAP, and alam naman natin, due to a technicality, dun nga sa pagkakatalo nila sa UE last year.
Earlier today, of course, UP stayed in the cellar after losing in 4 sets at the hands of the University of the East. But this is an important game for UST, Doc Ian.
Yes.
Guys watching right now in Studio 23, because UST has an opportunity to become number 2 or number 3 at the end of the first round of eliminations. On Wednesday, the two teams that defeated UST, Ateneo and Adamson, will face off. Also figuring in a game against NU on Wednesday is FEU. So those are the teams that UP has to compete for in terms of making it to the Final Four this year.
That's true, and USC, like what you said, is on a run, 4-win game streak. And of course, itong De La Salle, mahaba na rin ng panalo. So really an exciting match, and really very important for UST to get into a better position going to the second round.
Well, after losing to Adamson and Ateneo respectively in their first 2 games here in UAP Season 74, UST started their 4-game win streak with a 3-2 victory against FEU, and capping it off last December 18, that was a Sunday of last year, against the National University Lady Bulldogs, wherein they won by straight sets 3-0.
All right, UST taking this in 3 straight sets. And of course, they relied heavily on their offensive advantage over the NU Lady Bulldogs. NU, as we said, people were really hoping that it was going to be a good season for NU. They were expecting a lot for NU, but so far they haven't really gotten to that level. USC in this match, 25-11 in the first, 25-21 and 25-18, 75 output for UST as compared to only 50 for NU. And that happened because, like what I said, Anton, the offense of UST dominating NU. 37 spikes against only 24. The blocking department belonging to the taller NU Lady Bulldogs. And of course, service aces going to UST 5 against 4. Opponents' errors, big difference, Anton, 17-30. And USC taking this one in 3 straight sets.
Of course, one factor that we have to consider going into this ball game is, are these players in the same shape as they were last year? Because obviously the holiday season, a lot of food, a lot of celebrations. But I talked to Coach Oji Mamon before this game, a guy you know very well.
Yeah.
You played with him before. He
true.
said, when I asked him, how's the team after the holiday break? Sabi niya, what break? We didn't have a break.
Just like you look the same.
Well, earlier today, our courtside reporter, Steph Siu, had a chat with Oji Mamon. Let's see what he had to say. He talked about the 4-game winning streak of his squad.
Having garnered a 4-game winning streak, ano yung outlook at mindset ng Tigresses for the succeeding game?
The players, they plan to continue garnering wins. So for this game today, ang motto nila is go for 5-2.
And now that you're going up against LaSalle, a tough contender, how do you plan to approach this game?
Thanks to the scouting video, so inaral namin yung game ng LaSalle. We designed and practiced yung counter attacks para sa ma-exploit namin yung weak sides nila.
Well, this is a new era in the UST women's volleyball team, being coached this season by Coach Oji Mamon. Of course, UST has not defeated LaSalle since defeating them in the finals 2 seasons ago in UAAP Season 32 when they last captured the Women's Volleyball Championship. Let's go now to the other side and talk about the De La Salle University Lady Spikers. And in their last game, which was held last December 17 of the previous year, they defeated the University of the East in straight sets in what was a very dominant performance by De La Salle University.
That's true, Anton. And De La Salle, remember, last season, swept UST both in the eliminations and in the finals. And if you would say that winning is an attitude, then definitely these girls of De La Salle have the best attitude that we have in the lot right now. Against UE, again, they won this one in 3 straight sets. And it was a routine game for De La Salle, I would say. And this match gave Coach Ramil the chance to really field in some of his bench players to get that playing time, to log in those minutes, because he knows that they will be going up against the stronger teams here in the second round. In this match, again, it's a 3-set win for De La Salle, 25-18 in the first, 25-14, and again 25-18. 75 and 50, just like that UST-NU match, total output for these two teams. And of course, as expected, De La Salle will dominate the offensive department. 40-23 in the spikes, 9-0, Anton, for the blocking department. 9 service aces against only 6 opponents. Errors 17-21. Almost a perfect game for De La Salle.
The reigning best spiking team in the tournament, the reigning best blocking team, and the reigning best serving team here in the UAAP Women's Volleyball Tournament. Earlier today, the coach of De La Salle University, the longtime coach in his 14th season, Ramil De Jesus, had a chat with our courtside reporter, Jazz Reyes. Let's see what he had to say.
Hi, right now I'm here with Coach Ramil De Jesus. Coach Ramil, I know na unbeaten run tayo with LaSalle. So what is the secret for that?
Actually, wala namang sekreto, no? Bali, hard work, so dedication sa ginagawa. So, yun, siguro, commitment ng players sa isa't isa, lalo na sa team.
Also, Coach, I noticed na ito yung rematch natin against UST. Ano yung, paano mo yung minamanage ang girls for today's game?
Actually, ayun, monitor lang sa training, then less injuries, or so yun lang lagi namin minomonitor din yung mga weakness namin. So mas i-improve pa namin para mas mag-deliver ng maayos yung bawat isa.
That interview, Coach Ramil mentioned injuries, and I spoke to him before the game, and he said that Abby Maraño sprained her right ankle in one of their practices this week leading up to this ball game. She is at 80% right now, according to Coach Ramil. Let's see how she will perform in her first game here for 2012.
That's right, and knowing Abigail, even though if the doctors say she's 80%, I'm sure in her heart she feels 100% for this match.
It is a battle between LaSalle and UST. Not only their teams have a storied rivalry, their coaches face off when they were once players in the UAAP as well. When we come back, we will have the rematch of last year's final series as the University of Santo Tomas Tigresses take on the De La Salle University Lady Spikers. Don't go away. This is the UAAP Season 74 Women's Volleyball Tournament only here on Studio 23.